Welcome to Stargate SG1 for the first time. Still not a Star Trek podcast. My name is Jeff Aiken, and I'm watching Stargate SG1 for the first time.
And I'm Brent Allen, and I'm watching Stargate SG1 for the 47th time. But for the first time, I am looking for what Stargate is trying to teach us. You know, those lessons that hold up a mirror to society, give us hope things can be better in the future, or just tell us how we can be better human beings to one another.
This week, Brent, we're watching The First Ones. And no, this is not a Babylon 5 episode. This is a Stargate episode.
So,
different First Ones.
I was going to say, this is not about Vorlons and Shadows and other unnamed aliens.
Not the
tiki head
party. Yeah, tiki party head. First Ones. Nope, this is about Stargate First Ones. And so in my prediction, I figured the two first ones that I'm aware of are the ancient ones. Mm-hmm. So this is either going to be passed down, like Stargate's getting built and all that kind of stuff, or we're going to get a dive in the Goa'uld first ones of the Unas. And you told me last week, one of those two is correct. And I'm really excited to find out, is there anything else cool about this episode that we should know about?
There is, but not much. So as this is 8th episode, season 4, original air date August 18th, 2000. So it's tracking right along, no big breaks or anything. This is a Peter DeLuise joint. So we're sticking with the family. But Jeff, when I say this is a Peter DeLuise joint, this is a Peter DeLuise joint all the way around. He both directed and wrote this episode.
Oh, wow. And he's going to be in it, I'm sure.
At some point.
Cameo. Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep an eye out for that cameo. I do not know where it is.
Oh, fun.
A lot of times I have a note, or I can I'm pretty sure I know where he is in it, but I'm not sure where he is in this one. So we'll have to keep a lookout.
Cool. That'll be fun.
Well, with that, Jeff, I'm going to stop there because anything else I have to say, we're going to catch on the back end. Because if I say anything else, we're going to get into spoiler territory. So Let's go watch this episode. If you're watching us for the very first time, first of all, welcome. Welcome to the show. Every episode is somebody's first time, and we're glad that you are joining us here for this one. The way this works is Jeff and I are going to watch this episode, the first ones, right now. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, you get to watch the reaction to that. If you want to see the full unedited version of that reaction, just head over to our Patreon page where you can get that and lots more of the content we have going on here at the channel.
And if you're listening to this on a podcasting app, you're about to meet us in the future. We're going to be waiting there for you, where I'm going to share my first time reactions. Brent's going to share any sci-fi messages that he may or may not have found. Brent, let's dive in to the first ones.
Cleo, as she has been so colorfully named by Robert Rothman, appears to have been a predator, not parasitical, confirming my theory that the Goa'uld evolved for millions of years in the prehistoric oceans of this planet before ever taking on hosts.
Let's get a sedimentary timeline before we jump to conclusions here, please.
Testing for Naquita levels. Wow, nothing, not even trace amounts.
We didn't find any Naquita in Brutus or Julius either.
Must become part of the Goa'uld makeup later in their evolution. That's significant.
How so?
I have no idea. Let's crate this one. Loader!
Have some.
Is it the predator?
Go ahead, Hawkins can make a water run.
Hey, real quick, do you recognize the guy that Daniel's talking to?
Yeah, it's the guy who replaced him when he quit.
It had all the sniffles and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love ordering those military.
B Squad Daniel.
Hawkins!
I like when we get these guys that come back around, you know?
Yeah, keeps that continuity.
Don't ask.
Daniel's got the do-rag in this one.
Right. Do they say which planet they're on?
P3X89248345.
That's never good.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that, Brock Lesnar? Just like spear.
Bill Goldberg.
Right.
All right. So did you catch what Daniel said about this planet and what they were finding there?
I caught not about the planet, but I found that they found the Goa'uld Queen.
Uh-huh. But not just any Goa'uld Queen, a primordial Goa'uld Queen.
Exactly, which is predatory, not parasitic.
Right. And also, Daniel believes that this is the planet that the Goa'uld evolved on in the ancient oceans of this particular planet.
Okay.
Why does he believe that? I don't know.
They found bones. That's
they found bones. Yeah. So that's where they think they are, is talking about the first Goa'uld.
The first Goa'uld.
Congratulations, Jeff. You got it right.
Yeah, first Goa'uld, that's Unas. So that was probably, it wasn't
Bill Goldberg. No. Unas were the first
hosts.
Not the first Goa'uld.
Correct.
Where's the rest of your team?
Dead. Say it.
Loader's dead. Some sort of indigenous life form. It killed Loader. The rest of my
Kurt
team
Loder?
went after it.
Daniel?
No. It took Daniel. That's why the others went after it.
How long ago?
I don't know, maybe 3 hours.
How did it take him 3
Daniel
hours?
was still alive. That thing was dragging him.
You saw it?
Just for a second.
Request permission to lead search and rescue, sir?
But if I had to guess, I'd say it was an Unas.
A what? Basically, we're talking about a Goa'uld with teeth and claws, sir.
Not necessarily, O'Neill. What do you mean?
Daniel believed that 888 was the planet from which all Goa'uld symbiotes originate.
It may be that there are Unas there who have never been taken as hosts.
We're still talking about a big, stinky monster. Makes no difference.
Indeed it does. These
really
Unas would be
does.
far more primitive and lack the regenerative powers of Unas we have previously encountered.
So what would a primitive Unas want with Daniel?
Recommend units
Just
1 and
do-rag.
2, P90s. I also recommend we take off right now, sir.
You have a goal.
I love how he's like, let's go search and rescue. And Hammond's like, yep, go.
Yeah, right?
And I guess they didn't get James Earl Jones for this one. Oh, I was like, what the? I was flying out.
With your permission, I'm gonna fall down now.
Yeah, just dead weight him.
Rest.
That makeup looks a lot like Louis Gossett Jr. in Enemy Mine.
Try again. Rest.
There may be a reason for that, Jeff.
Oh,
This is
didn't get James Earl Jones, but they got Louis Gossett Jr.
This is radio. So my
This is
friends
going to
can
be
find
Enemy
me and
Mine, isn't it?
shoot you. This is Daniel Jackson. If anyone can hear me. Okay, I get it. No more radio. Radio bad. Do you speak any kind of language at all?
Yeah,
I mean, you must be
Wookiee
intelligent. I mean, you made that necklace and
tied me up.
those clothes. Yeah. That was refreshing. Thank you. I'm good for another 10 miles.
Daniel's got the confidence of a Jack O'Neill.
Sir,
That's
Right.
real growth for him.
fairly strong RDF signal. It's gone now, not long enough to triangulate.
We'll get the scene later on where Daniel's doing this thing. Be a bonding moment for them.
Do some sort of meditation or? This is Dr. Daniel Jackson. In case anybody finds this, I met a wonderful new friend, and he's taken me on a long journey to see his planet. Shut up. I understood that.
Copy.
We're communicating.
Starting to sound more like language, more words.
Shaka's something else?
When the walls fell?
Shaka's the moons? This is some sort of moon chant?
Shaka Kika. Shish. Shaka Kika. Shish.
Such a calming effect, Daniel.
What would you do if your evening meal started talking to you?
Well, you know, on it, well,
Sierra Golf 119er. This is Sierra Golf.
that happened
119er.
up until like recent times.
We're
Would
somewhere
cluck,
on your 6, joining the search. Do you read?
moo.
No, but I mean, like, if all of a sudden those
Maybe
moos
we'll
and
run
those
out of
clucks,
fuel
like,
tomorrow.
are directed at me.
Yeah, be like, probably not going to eat it. You know, like going to change the menu a little bit.
Yeah. So you might have missed that. Daniel's getting ready to get down like on his face and just like slurp up the water, and he stopped and was like, "No, that's not how you drink. You." use
He's
your
like
hand."
teaching them.
Yeah.
And just go back to where it's probably be a monster. Is that a Goa'uld?
Kika.
Kaka.
Kek. Dead. Keka means dead? Danger? Okay, Ka means no. Right.
Let that blood be a warning to you.
Killed over there.
He appears to have been killed by a being of great strength.
And Unas,
Loader doing?
teal'c, I think we're all on board there.
Fossilized Goa'uld for transport back to Earth.
You guys weren't doing anything that would have provoked an attack?
I don't know.
It's like I have to wonder, was his plan just to take him somewhere and eat him? Because now it seems like they're just kind of wandering around.
Sir,
Like, oh,
I think we should rest.
It does seem like that, doesn't it?
All right, go to ground. Boots on. No fire. I'll take first watch.
Uh-oh. That's not Nunes. Who's going to eat the Goa'uld?
Well, might as well. Want the head or the tail, Jeff? What are you going for?
Generally, I stay away from shellfish for the most part.
Is this your cave?
I'm not so sure that there's a shell on that thing.
Yeah, no, it's just like shellfish. Eel?
I'll take the tail, thanks.
Nice.
Homie.
Eat. Known as eat. Of course. Ka. Ka. Ka.
Jeff, watch this exchange, bud.
Right. Yes. Toss the symbiote head. That's very, very popular. Very, very interesting. Yes, all the kids are doing this.
He's laughing.
In the fire. But, man.
Rations.
Now don't say ka till you've tried it.
Zoggies.
What is that?
Whatever it is, Daniel's making it look like it's amazing. Oh, this is delicious cheesecake.
It looks like a
magic.
Choco Taco or something.
That's being very generous. Looks like one of those protein bars that just kind of crumbles in your mouth. Power bar. Oh.
Right.
Food brings people together, man. Like, that's the magic.
I met my father-in-law like this.
It's true.
Yeah, who knows what you got coming?
Like that.
Hey, here's the thing. If you wind up going into a tent and some lady comes by, you just married her.
Right? Surprise!
Turns out this Unos is a female, and now you're married.
Get used to it. They take the till death do you part thing pretty seriously.
Colonel?
Yep, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rite of passage. There are parallels in Earth culture. For example, the Psy warriors of Africa killed lions in order to be recognized as adult warrior.
Thank you for this exposition.
I think I understand what it is you're doing.
How?
Ka means ka.
Keka?
Dude, that's going to leave a scar.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't see a scar on Daniel's cheek for the rest of the show, I'm mad.
If Jack's got one of these from that little thing he got with the little butt of the gun, yeah. It's telling his story, okay.
I think I've just been marked for death.
Oh, or that. Over the shoulder.
Teal'c's such a badass, man. Look out, they're eating their own, man.
Oh, it's dead, right?
Come no closer.
What was that?
Lower your weapons.
Teal'c's versus like 8 of them.
One or more of you may have become host to a Goa'uld during your watch.
Do as he says.
You know, they're not really far enough away from those weapons right now for my taste.
No.
What about Daniel?
None of you can be trusted to proceed.
You think you can bring Daniel back alone?
I do,
That's the option.
and I will.
I believe him when he says that.
Sergeant Coburn,
Coburn,
one or more of our team may have been compromised by a Goa'uld parasite.
how many?
That may be impossible to determine until you return with them to Earth. I intend to restrain them at this location to proceed alone.
What?
I will leave this frequency open so that you may locate them and return to the SGC.
It's a good strategy. You come get him. Take it easy. I'll get Daniel.
Bind their hands and feet tightly with those. I will then do the same to you, O'Neill.
I like that they take a stack of zip ties.
Just in case.
It's a part of their gear. Got a whole pocket just for the zip ties.
I also love that like Sam and O'Neill are like, okay. It's interesting though that Jolinar doesn't sense them.
Well, but why not?
The Naquita, right? Is
Yeah.
my guess.
Yeah. It's what they sense is the Naquita, not
Not
the Goa'uld. Yeah. Oh, Daniel. You see what Daniel's trying to do? This is important. I'm gonna back this up just a smidge, Jeff. I want you to
Okay.
see that because that's a.
So he's like, I'm marked for death. Well, guess what, bro? I'm the one that's awake and I got a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm Daniel Jackson. So I can't do that.
It's okay. It's okay. I can help you with that. But you have to trust me.
Unas have green blood.
Apparently, yeah. Goa'uld have blue.
Telling you, it's got to be Hawkins.
Trust in me, O'Neill.
What if I'm not O'Neill?
Then I was not talking to you.
Now, what if one of those Unas come by? What do we do then?
Teal'c didn't have any other choice, Captain.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't suppose you know the story of Androcles and the lion.
When the walls fell.
What is Shaka?
It's our version of Aesop.
Look, obviously we don't need to be enemies here. I mean, I want to go home. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it has been a hoot, but
it's been a
I did
hoot.
just pass up the chance to kill you. So please let me go.
I'm not a Goa'uld.
Then why didn't you say so? Could have straightened this whole thing out.
So which one of you is it?
All right, anybody with a snake in their head, raise their hand.
Oh, that's me. It worked.
Teal'c! Teal'c!
He hurt him. I was
I
curious
was like
if
that
they were
death eye flash. What now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was curious if they'd be different. Like these Goa'uld maybe aren't necessarily god crazed
I took you
whatevers because they don't have the Naquita. They're not like these are primordial. Thought they might have been different.
Well,
I knew if there was a
I don't know
Goa'uld,
that they're
then
the
he
god
would be strong
crazed
enough to
thing,
free
but
himself.
certainly we can.
Maybe he just tried to kill because he felt threatened.
You have to
Hey,
wait
you
long
zip
enough
tied
to
all
make
these
sure
people up
Hawkins
just
doesn't
because
get
I
what
might
you
be
want.
here.
Yes.
I'm glad that's over with.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Jack was waiting for that.
Yeah. Sorry, Gouldy.
They deserve a decent burial, sir.
Yes, they do.
We'll take care of it, sir. Go find Dr. Jackson.
How do you make
That was
sure
a good twist.
those guys don't become a Goa'uld?
Right. You watch you, watch you, watch you.
Well, sayonara, Dr. Rothman.
We're very close behind.
It's a lot of blood scratching his cheek. Drawing that big old streak up there.
He literally wrote this way.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't want there to be any misunderstanding here.
Right.
Look, I know we've got the beginnings of a beautiful friendship here, but I'm not sure your folks are going to understand.
Don't shoot!
So he said, don't do it. Don't eat them. Not food.
This started out as some sort of rite of passage. I think the alpha male was expecting the younger one to offer me up for some kind of feast. Instead, I think the younger one's trying to bring me into his clan.
Why?
We've communicated, we're friends.
Friends?
More like acquaintances, really.
I think the younger one's trying to tell the clan that he's found something good for them.
They're buying that?
No, I don't think so.
You know what's interesting is as Daniel is having this conversation with Jack and Teal'c and Sam, the Unas is having that same conversation with his folks.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
great
stop.
observation.
No, this is good. We found something
Yeah.
like they're having that literally the same conversation with each other.
Just in very different ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I think I just asked him not to kill me.
He might not listen to that.
Yeah.
So those are new weapons they've had in this episode than they've had before. Those would just do a little rat-a-tat-tat, man.
Softened him up enough that he can take over.
Dude, it's like a Narn, man.
Without the cool kicks.
Right? We can drown that dude.
We got a new alpha.
He does look younger than the rest.
Now they're all all going to follow him.
He's just become the alpha male.
Interesting how they didn't stop the fight either. Like, this is definitely a cultural norm.
Sure.
I hope he says something in English. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Back. There you go.
There you go.
You want to come? It's cool now. But
I have to go now.
But I killed the guy. Friend. Say friend. It's the same growl from Enemy Mine.
And Star Wars. Shaka.
What'd that mean?
I have no idea. But I think I've just been invited to come back one day and find out.
Good thing he grabbed Daniel. This would have gone a very different way with anyone else.
Especially Jack.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Well, you and I have just finished watching the first ones. Not even 10 seconds ago, man. Take us through it. You've called this one step by step through the entire episode. Talk to us about your experience watching the first ones for the first time.
It's pretty fun. My adventure started last week when I said, hey, this might have to do with the Unas in the first ones. It was even deeper than that. These are like the primordial Goa'uld, the symbiotes. Yeah. I don't want to paint them all with the Goa'uld brush, right? I'm not Jack O'Neill. They're the symbiotes. But we saw this is like probably where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Rothman, our buddy Rothman, was around for part of the episode and called this little skeleton thing we saw Cleo, which Daniel thinks might be one of the very first queens to bring the Goa'uld or to bring the symbiotes up. Interesting things we learned. You know, they don't have Naquita in them. They're very different in ways that we don't fully understand. Mm-hmm. The symbiotes. But they're checking this thing out, looking at Cleo, and then Unas comes out and Bill Goldberg's everybody. Spear, takes him down, grabs Daniel and is dragging him back. I make the comment at that point that that Unas makeup looks a lot like Louis Gossett Jr. from Enemy Mine. You're like, well, maybe that's because this is Enemy Mine.
Yes.
Also from Star Trek, it's Darmok. Also, it's The Enemy, where LaForge had to like team up with the Romulan and become buddies. Also, the Enterprise episode Dawn, where Trip got trapped on the planet and had to do the exact same thing. This is a ubiquitous sci-fi story. I know you're going to have a lot to say in the sci-fi messages because that's the whole point of this story is, hey, look at this thing. And it's such a great tool to tell the story. This was the same. Hey, this is violent. I should automatically not like you've tied me up. You're dragging me, but I'm going to take a moment and try to communicate. I'm going to try to do that. And because it was Daniel, that's like one of his superpowers, is figuring out how to break down languages, and he did it here for the most part. And they did the Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. thing. They became buddies and did it through food.
I tend to prefer that as Paul Winfield and Patrick Stewart, but however you want.
It's all about how you grew up, right? I'm a little older, so I grew up with Enemy Mine. And listen, Darmok's a great episode. Star Trek, it's awesome. Not as good as people think it is. Just go back and watch it. Like, it's okay.
Well, folks, that is going to be the end of Stargate SG1 for the first time and everything having to do here with the channel. I want to thank you guys for tuning in here. I don't really know where to go after that. That's
fair. That's fair. It's peak Star Trek, just like this is peak Stargate in so many ways. I mean,
going back. I'm not, pal. Go ahead. Try it.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Like when you watch it, you just kind of like, oh, okay. Like once maybe it's the same with this episode, but once you know what happens, it's in the telling of the story that it's entertaining and good. But once you kind of know the story, it's like, okay, well, here's this thing. Here's this thing.
Yeah.
Here's this thing. And honestly, that's how I felt about this episode in a big way. You knew the beats that were coming. Oh, they're going to eat. They're going to try each other's food. He's going to save him. So he saved him from a ghoul or from a symbiote, which was it's a pretty cool scene. Actually, two really cool scenes in this one. One was that where like symbiote leaps out of the water and the Unas is just like out of thin air.
Right?
Yeah. Nope. Rips it in half and they eat it. Well, tries to eat it. It makes sense, but that's pretty gross. And then same thing. Symbiote comes flying out of the water and Teal'c's like, nope, over the shoulder with the staff, not even looking.
Yeah, just waited. He knew what was coming. He knew exactly what it was. What's really fun, Jeff, when you go back and watch this episode again, and I would encourage you to go back and watch the Sun one again. I know you feel like you've seen it 15,000 times before, and you probably have, but still, go watch this one again. One of the neat things is very early on in the show or in the episode, whenever they're near water, you hear the Goa'uld.
Oh,
you hear the little eel squeals and stuff in the background. Like, and you pick them up once you know what they are. It's like, oh, there's Goa'uld. Oh yeah.
It's like the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time. Like, like we kind of know where they came from, you know, at this point. I had a question. So there's a really neat scene. teal'c. This is another great teal'c episode. I don't know that we've not had a good teal'c episode, if that makes sense. Like, they're all good. But in this one, he had a high point when they realized symbiotes here in the water. Good chance one of y'all got hooked up, and you got a Goa'uld inside of you. Yep, Hawkins and Dr. Rothman. Totally, I didn't see that coming at all.
It felt unnecessary to me, to be honest with you. Like the first one was obvious. The first one, I got it. The second one was just like, we're short a few seconds. Let's add this in and kill this guy off, and he'll never be back again. Yeah,
we're short a few seconds and don't want to hire this actor again.
Yeah.
Two birds.
He pissed us off at some point, and we're not hiring him back.
Yeah. RDA doesn't like him, clearly.
Yeah.
It showed. So,
yeah.
But I mean, it was a neat little surprise, neat little twist.
Sure.
But I had the question in that moment of like, I've wondered what the whole story with the Goa'uld this whole time, right? And just that's like, what was it that we've asked a couple times? Are all Goa'uld bad Goa'uld? And at this point, we can say probably the Goa'uld are bad, but not all the symbiotes necessarily. Right. Met the Tok'ra, other one, they're just like, okay, maybe it's all right. So my question was these ones.
Yeah.
They don't have Naquadah. They've only lived here on this planet. They haven't necessarily had hosts because the Unas have all run into caves away from the water and they eat the symbiote. So I was like, maybe they're different. Still violent, but maybe just because they felt backed into a corner. And so I'm hopeful in a way that we go back to planet 888. They named it out at one point, planet 888. And we learn more about where these symbiotes came from and how they became Goa'uld. Like, where did they get this god, complex saying that they've made their deal?
Yeah, it is something you almost have to fill in the blanks. I will tell you, we don't really get much more than what we have now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is it. Sorry, just so you're not looking for it in future episodes and spinning your brain about it. But they say in this episode, like, they must have bonded with an Unas earlier. Now, keep in mind, Goa'uld can bond with many different types of creatures. Only a few provide them opposable thumbs, right, to go do stuff, right? But I think you catch the idea that there are some similarities to all Goa'uld. A superiority complex, taking over people, all these sorts of things, right? But these particular sets of Goa'uld certainly lack the lots of millennia of cultural development that the Goa'uld who have been out there actually possess. So, but it says they must have, got into the Unas and then figured out how the Stargate works, because the Stargate would have been there way before them, because they were not the builders of the Stargate. And they picked up some other technology somewhere along the way, and then picked up some other technology along the way, and somehow infused themselves with Naquadah, whatever that process looked like, made Jaffa, and Bob's your uncle, came to Earth and found out all of our gods, and then stole our people and took them away. And
so you got to imagine they probably did some of that with the Unas also. Like, they're probably a part of their mythology.
Are there planets out there that have other Unas where they would have used the Goa'uld for the Unas first?
Exactly. Yeah, because like we have the teal'c all over, they're farming them, so it makes sense. Or maybe that was a thing they learned from the Unas. So like, we got to get better at this. This whole having one planet form thing just isn't working out so well.
Right.
But I don't know. It's interesting to me just how all of that came to be. This was a good way of exploring that, and then leaving the door open at the end where we didn't know what Shaka meant, although I'm pretty sure it meant friend. Pretty sure, Daniel, you could pick that one up, but hey, maybe I can come back someday and find out what it meant. Wouldn't recommend doing that, Daniel. That seems pretty primitive. In a way, actually, now that I think about it, we have those handful of like the tribes here on Earth that have never had contact with the outside world. Like they're still intact and, just their own thing. And we watch them from afar. We have that with the Unas and the symbiotes here where they haven't necessarily been touched. So it would be really cool if they came back to study that, even if they just like plopped some cameras or had some UAVs flying around just to kind of like record the stuff and see what they can learn without putting people at risk. They could learn more, but also it's a TV show. We need bad guys. We got the Goa'uld. Even the Tok'ra are kind of jerks. They have that superiority thing. A little more humility mixed in with it, though. So, different, but also, they're bad guys. Pretty excited. We get to do a thing today that we haven't got to do in quite a while, Brent.
Yeah.
We're updating our tracking board.
Woohoo! Sam's boyfriends. Let's put it in there.
Maybe she had one. Okay. No snake guy for her. But we got an Indeed.
Did we? I missed
total
it.
up to like. He said says to teal'c, somebody is like, hey, do you think we can do that? Indeed.
Nice. I completely missed it. So I was looking at something else, I'm sure, at that point. Yeah.
I called it out and everything. It's a big deal.
Sorry. I wasn't paying attention often.
Well, I know one thing you were paying attention to, and I've kind of alluded to it, me talking about it, but Brent, this whole episode was a sci-fi message. Why don't you tell us what you got out of it?
I mean, Jeff, what can I say about this episode that I haven't said literally in the last episode or anytime we start talking about these messages? And it's so hard for me not to look at this and call this the Star Trek message, because it's the one that is replete about what Star Trek really lays down and represents. But as you pointed out, this is an episode that it seems like every sci-fi series out there does at some point. It's a ubiquitous sci-fi show. Or sci-fi message. It works across all boards. You have two people who are enemies who don't speak the same language. Learn to start speaking the same language, right? It's that communicate. It's that talk. But here's what really, I think, kind of jumped out to me about this one. The thing is, and the truth is, we're all in this together. All right. Daniel and Shaka, I'm going to call him Shaka. I'm going to call that his name. All right.
That works.
Daniel and Shaka are on the planet together. They are both susceptible to Goa'uld implantation. They are both in need of water. They are both in need of food. They are both in need of shelter. They have similar needs. They're in this thing together. Now, Shaka's got them all tied up and he's dragging them through the deal, but they're in this together. Here on Earth, we have lots of different people all around the world. People think they're better than each other. People want to tie each other up. But the truth is, you know what? We're all in this together. We're all human. We all live. We all die. We all have heat and cold tolerance levels. We all have the same basic needs: food, shelter, clothing. So what is it that really separates us, right? When Shaka figured out that Daniel was talking to him, to me, that's the moment where everything changed for him. Because before, Daniel was just a stupid animal out there somewhere. Right. Probably pretty smart given what they were doing over there in that little camp thingy, but still,
he's going to be a good kill to bring back home. Like, look at this guy.
Yeah. Right. But for the most part, he was just an animal. Oh, wait, he's talking to me. You see it. He's like, whoa, you're talking to me. You said my word. They begin to communicate. They're still kind of going back. They play a little game. They do the ha thing like we see in every enemy mine deal, There's even another point. Shaka's asleep. Daniel picks up this big rock to bash Shaka over the head, and he stops and he thinks better with it. And then you know what he does? He offers to bandage up his wounded hand.
Fix him up, yeah.
Shaka goes out, catches this Goa'uld, saves Daniel from implantation. He didn't have to do that. He had Daniel tied up. Daniel gets implanted with the thing. Yeah, sure, he might have been able to bust the bounds or something like that, but he had him, But he also goes and he makes food. And he offers some to Daniel. Now, he throws it on the nasty, dirty, dusty floor that I don't want to eat off of. I mean, imagine having a good steak off the grill and somebody throws it on the ground and says, here, eat this. My dog would do that, but I wouldn't want to do that.
What if that's the culture of the person offering you the steak? Like, that's a real show of like, here you go.
Right. But I still don't want to eat it necessarily. Like, I can appreciate it, but I'm like, it's dirty now. Like
it's Goa'uld and it's dirty.
Right.
Strikes 1 and 2.
Right. Also, come on, Daniel, try the food.
Yeah.
Try it. You never know. He said to him, don't say ka until you've tried it. Well, Daniel,
exactly.
Listen to yourself, buddy.
Same for you.
But again, the piece here. So they're trying to learn how to speak to each other. They're learning that each other is actually, they're both similar in so many ways. Oh, you want to know a good way to start making friends, to start hearing what people are doing? Do something for them. Meet a need. Again, Jeff, what can I say about this that we haven't said 1,000 times as soon as last episode?
Yeah.
Because we had this with last week's episode as well. But I mean, listen, talk about a mirror to society. This is one of them. You talk about giving us hope that we can be better in the future. Look at where it resulted with the friendship between Daniel and Jaka, right? Maybe we're not there yet. They weren't bosom buddies. They weren't brothers, but there was enough of a thing that they could both live. They could go their separate ways and maybe come back, and there's hope for something more in the future, right? All because they learned to talk to each other. Jeff, this is 7 chevrons all the way through, as every Enemy Mine episode ever is.
Yeah. While you were talking, I was thinking about something entirely different. And this message completely, like it's bigger than sci-fi even.
Yeah.
In the late 80s, early 90s, the wall was falling, right? The Cold War was coming between the Soviets and the United States was coming to an end. Mm-hmm. And pop culture was replete with Rocky IV, right? Just all of the things of this story being told in different ways. Rocky IV, they came together with the universally understood language of violence. Right. Like through beating each other up, they saw we can be different. There was a movie in the late 80s I enjoyed called Ruskies, right? Where some kids are on the coast and they find this Soviet, military person who's trapped, and they find a way to communicate and they bridge those differences. This is such a powerful message that you can just tell it straight out without even having to add the sci-fi element to it. This is, and it's such a great message because every time things get better. It's not that everybody becomes best friends and they're throwing a party and moving in. We saw that here. Yeah. It was just like tip of the hat. We're good. Maybe I'll see you in the future. Also, you killed that guy, and that's pretty weird. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to say we good, and I'm out. We could just find that way, that common ground. Again, we've talked about this so much, both here and on Babylon 5 for the first time. Just find a way to communicate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 7 chevrons. This is the message. Full stop.
So here's what I want to know from the folks out there. Were there any other messages? I mean, I was so focused on this one. There could have been others that I just didn't even, take into account. So, hey, listen, let us know. Head over to our website, head over to our page, Twitter, whatever you can find, and let us know what other messages you guys have found out there. Who knows? Maybe we'll use that on a future episode. Jeff, I do these messages. I do this little rating thing. You, however, though, have the much more fun and much more important, frankly, task of ranking this in our 100% completely accurate, totally definitive, immutable ranking of season 4 of Stargate SG1. Jeff, we're going to add this in. I'm going to go with our top 5.
That's good.
Our current top 5. Let's go bottom to top. Number 5 is The Other Side. Number 4 is Crossroads. Number 3 is Upgrades. 2 is Small Victories. And number 1, Window of Opportunity. Jeff, where do you place this episode? First ones.
Absolutely cracks the top 5. This is a good episode. It's good in every form it's ever been in. This one, though, is just going to barely make it into the top 5 at number 5, just above The Other Side, below Crossroads.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me why. That's not where I would have placed it.
No.
Why? Yeah. Like what's your thinking as you go through that?
So I think a big so Crossroads was a really unique episode and gave us a lot about the symbiotes, right? And just that history, that genetic knowledge, the genetic knowledge and memories that they have. Mm-hmm. The fact that now as a Jaffa, like you can kind of tap in, like we learned some good stuff, and it was really entertaining. It was a good episode. This one was a great episode, but I think that once I knew what it was, it became less about enjoying the episode and more about, I wonder how they're going to do this thing. It was good. They did a great job with it, but I think I've seen this episode so many times and in so many ways that this is a good take on it.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to put it in a different frame. Think of all the different ways you've seen this episode. Mm-hmm. Where do you rank this in the various ways you've seen this episode done?
So just within Star Trek, I named 3 that happened in Star Trek. This would be underneath Darmok. So Darmok, I think, did a more entertaining job of it. And that might be my nostalgia speaking through that. Just like my nostalgia speaking when I say the best telling of this story was the movie Enemy Mine. To me, that's the top one. But that was my entry point right into this as a kid. So, I mean, I'd say Enemy Mine is number one. If I pull in the other stuff, Rocky IV is right there at the top. I mean, and again, dude, Rocky IV is a horrible movie. Like, objectively, it's terrible. But when I was like, just, oh my gosh, just being a little kid watching that happen and living in that time.
Yeah.
So good. So I would say it's in the top 5 of the tellings of this story that I think about it. But even like just I can think Star Trek or Darmok, Enemy Mine, Rocky IV, just those right off the top of my head pop on top of this one.
Fair enough. Well, you guys, you heard it out there. That is the 100% completely accurate and mutable ranking of this particular episode. I will remind you that is Jeff's ranking though, not
it's immutable. It's accurate until it's not, but
until it's not, right? Well, Jeff, buddy, that's it for the first ones.
There we go.
We are done. Hey, you did a really good job at predicting this episode.
Now, one time, 80 some odd episodes in, and I did a good job once.
I want to see if you can catch this one for the next week.
All right.
Title for next week is Scorched Earth. Jeff, I will tell you, this is another one of those episodes that seems like every sci-fi show has ever done out there. What do you think?
Scorched Earth. Everyone's done it. You got 2 options, right? We go in and we wipe it all clean, or we go and we do the dirty work and we figure the thing out. So this is going to be, this one's going to involve the Tok'ra.
Okay.
And they're going to have an opportunity to do something to the Goa'uld, and Tok'ra are going to push for the Scorched Earth. Oh, you know what? No, a little twist. SGC is going to push for the Scorched Earth approach.
Oh,
Tok'ra don't want to do it because it'll compromise some of their people.
Yeah. All right. You're a good guesser, Jeff.
Once.
We'll find out next time right here on Stargate SG1 for the first time. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us out there. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast, your YouTube channels, your shows, all that sort of stuff. Although I'd really love to know where you're catching your YouTube channels anywhere but YouTube, which would just be weird, but you should still subscribe wherever you get us. Also, if possible at all, would you do us the kind favor and leave us a rating and review in whatever platform you can find to do that in? It really just helps other people know that, hey, this is a cool podcast. This is a cool show. You guys should watch it too. Also, please, the biggest thing you can do to help us out is to share this show with somebody else that you know who loves Stargate, or like my friend Jeff over there, needs to get into the show for the very first time. So with that, until next time, my name's Brent. That's Jeff. We're going to sign off for
Brent.
today. Yeah, Jeff, what's up, buddy?
I don't know about you, man. Are you hungry? I think we should go non some eel.
Do what?
Non.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Do you non-eel? You personally?
If it's in sushi.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's probably about the only place that I non-eel. So
I don't like underwater foods that much.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not into them.
You live on the coast.
I know.
How do you not like what?
We are world famous for our salmon here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
And I've probably eaten salmon 9 times in my life. And every time has been like this. Yeah.
I have a salmon that I make. I think I've told you this before. I have a salmon that I make that is so good, you'll never order it in a restaurant again.
That's what you say.
Yeah. But I can't help you if you just don't like salmon. Like, you know, I was going to say with sushi, speaking of sushi, salmon is one of the few like ubiquitous sushi fishes I think just about anybody can eat.
I agree.
Like as just a, not like, and when I say sushi, I mean, what's the sashimi? Like
sashimi.
The actual like raw fish, like throw that on top of the deal and pop it in there. And it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And very
salmon and tuna, both I think are the very entry level sushi stuff.
Yeah.
Sashimi stuff.
Sashimi. Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like when my mom turned, I think it was her 40th birthday. I was in high school. Was it 50th? I don't know, 40th or 50th birthday. I think 40th. I was in high school and I made her salmon. Like I cooked it for her. And I told her, I was telling my sister when I was making it, it doesn't even matter if it's good. The fact that I'm touching this thing and making it for her, that's the gift. and she knows that. Like I like fried underwater stuff, fried clam strips, fried shrimp.
Okay.
Love fish sticks, hot dog of the sea. It's good stuff. But
next time you're down here in Florida, we gotta go get some gator tail, man.
We ate fried gator when I was down there last time.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to that spot on the beach.
Oh, I took you there? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
There you go. That's my favorite restaurant in the whole world right now. It really
was a really great place. That was good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I like seafood. I've always been a big fan of seafood. My wife has a rule though, and it's kind of made me a little bit of a seafood snob. If you're not near the coast or a body of water where you can catch said seafood, don't eat the seafood.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
She's like, nope. And even like here on the coast, don't go to a chain restaurant either because they're not getting their seafood from there. The best restaurant you can find is one that has a boat that pulls up to the dock.
Totally.
And they go up and they go get the food. There's a place like that down in Cape Canaveral down from me. It's called Fish Slips. If anybody's ever down in that area, go to Fish Slips. It's where the cruise ships are, Cocoa Beach, that area over there. Fish Slips, so good. Oh, and literally you can see them pull the boat up to the dock and like, here's your food for the day.
Yeah. That when it says market price, right? Like when you go to a place and it's like this fish, how much market value or market, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Very good sign. Very good sign.
But not at a Red Lobster. If you see that at a Red Lobster, that's literally just them stealing money from you.
You literally can't go to a Red Lobster anymore because they all went bankrupt.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I shows you how plugged in.
And you know why they went bankrupt? This is the craziest thing.
Is it the all you can eat shrimp?
They offered all you can eat shrimp and they went bankrupt because too many. How do you go bankrupt from too many people coming in, from having too much business? Well, Red Lobster found a way.
I used to take advantage of the all you can eat shrimp when I was a younger person, and no joke, would eat 30 plates of shrimp.
Yeah.
Like there's no way
why they went bankrupt.
Yeah, they lost a lot of money. And I know there's a lot of me's out there who are just like, I can eat this stuff endlessly.
Yeah. And those little cheddar biscuit things. Oh man. So good.
Those are good. You can buy a mix. I don't know if they still sell it if they're bankrupt, but they even have a gluten-free version you can buy. Super good, super easy to make. That's the thing with my daughter is she's been learning how to make her way around the kitchen. It's been one of those, hey, here's the cheddar biscuit mix. Just here you go.
There you go.
Learn how to use the oven.
I like it. I like it.
I love our Club 65s where we talk about food.
I do too. And we always get comments about it of like, dang it, now I'm hungry.
Good
stuff like that. Like
we should set up an affiliate deal with somebody.
You know what we actually really need right now, because we've often talked about various things that we make during Club 65. We need the official like Bad Nerds cookbook.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I was going a whole different direction, but we could combine the two. We should do a cooking show.
Oh, I would do that. Yeah, I would so do that.
Because like I'm just thinking in my head, like could set up with what I've got around here. I could probably do a 3-camera shoot, set it up. You don't need anybody else. Just, do the thing and then go. It'd be the editing that kind of stinks, but
yeah, you sync everything up, make all the audio work and everything. But you could
it'd be super fun to do.
Yeah. Because what do you really need? You need like a close-up shot, right? You maybe a little more wide shot. And then you need like a down facing camera on the table and the grill or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. What would you put in there?
Oh man. I don't know.
Oh, I've got recipes popping in my head right now.
Make my summer sausage fest. I would do that. I would.
You have a sausage fest?
Yeah, I do. I have some fun names for some of the stuff that I make.
Dirty. I didn't know you were like that, Jeff. That's cool, man.
Hey, it's
Whatever
delicious.
Float your boat, brother. I'm not judging over here. Go ahead.
I would definitely do some of my takes on Lebanese and Arabic food.
Okay.
I do a mean kefta. I do a really good kibbeh. That's non-standard. They're Jeffinized a little bit. What would you do?
I've got a great French toast that I would do. That'd be one of the first things. I got this meal I think I made it for you when you were here, called Super Healthy Tacos.
Yeah. Yep.
These are, and I mean super healthy for you tacos. But they're so good. So delicious. Good. I have a thing called a pizza casserole that I do, which is also super healthy. But it's pizza. I would do my pizzas, my from grain to flour pizza crust. I would give you that. My cinnamon rolls that I do like that as well. I would also do my salmon that's so good you'll never order it in a restaurant again. I got another fish that I do as well. Like that. It's basically fish sticks. I make my own fish sticks.
That's good. Yeah. Fish sticks are amazing.
There's a chicken dish. It's not chicken Parmesan. It's Parmesan chicken.
Oh, okay.
There's no red sauce at all in this. It's not that at all. But it's a chicken breast, but you gotta get the right kind of chicken breast. It's chicken breast with a crumb coating, like a breading sort of thing. Breading on it. Yeah. That you bake. But that's really good. My mashed potatoes, my handmade mashed potatoes are good. I do some special stuff with that. So those would be some of the things I'd throw in there.
Yeah, I got some sweet potato balls. I have a lot of ball things that I do. Like they got some serrano peppers in them and peas, like just like not a lot. Like it's just enough that it's like, oof. Yeah. Feeling that.
Yeah.
A couple other things like that. Yeah. We need to make this thing happen.
Listen, I think we could do it. Would you guys buy it? Would you guys want it? Like, seriously, would you want a bad nerds cookbook?
Seriously.
Stuff.
Yeah, let us know. Because like for real, if we did, because what I'm thinking is we could get the book put together.
Yeah.
And then we could shoot a couple, like here's one or two dishes that we're going to do. And if you want more, here's the book. Like we could totally turn into Jeff Smith. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. There's the Frugal Gourmet, Jeff Smith. And then, of course, one of my favorites.
If Yan can cook, so can you. Join in.
I love Yan Can Cook. I got the drop right here loaded in. I grew up watching all those shows. I loved them.
My favorite cooking show ever, though. I don't know if you know it. It's called Good Eats.
Good Eats. I think I've seen. It's a Food Network one, isn't it?
Yeah. He combined science with the thing of like, here's the science behind why this works. And then I'm going to show you how to make some stuff. Actually, a lot of my recipes are based on a lot of his that I've tweaked, over time. Yeah. Scrambled eggs. I'll show you how to do my scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
My scrambled eggs are different than most people's. One of the things that I don't do that most everybody does is I don't scramble the eggs before I put them in the pan.
Okay.
I scramble them in the pan and they give you this nice white and yellow striation through the final dish. It's just pretty to look at.
That's cool. I was reading a thing where like a great way to make them is to just like crack the eggs, put them in, let it just kind of start to cook up, just and then like you scramble it from there. So it's got the base and then you get the kind of waves that come up from the scramble.
It's a lot of that. There's a lot of, you gotta make sure you take it off the heat at some point and put it back on the heat. Like you gotta, don't want to overcook it. Don't want to let it overcook. So there's a lot of good stuff in there, Jeff.
That's good. Yeah, I have a catch-all omelet that I do, like when we have leftovers and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember, like I hate throwing food away. I grew up. We were super poor. There were 9 of us kids, and like throwing away food was not a thing, and that stuck with me. And like, there's just times where there's not enough eating for the food that you make. We're a small household here, but I realize omelet's the perfect. Just throw anything in there.
Yeah, you really can. I do a good chicken taco, pulled chicken taco. Which is really, and I make the shells.
Yeah.
And it makes all the difference in the world making them the way that I make them. Like the food's good. The sauce, I do a lot of sauces. I'd have a whole section of just sauces.
Oh yeah. So good. I started making my own tortillas. I don't know. Well, by the time this comes out, I'd say about 2 years ago, I started making my own tortillas. It's so simple.
Yeah.
And they taste exponentially better than anything. It's just like, it makes anything good.
Do you ever then take them and make them hard tacos or hard tortillas?
Yeah, I do it in the air fryer, actually.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
That works in the air fryer?
I love the air fryer.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You know what you do?
There's a tiny brush of oil. Tiny brush of oil on the one that you make into the air fryer and crisps it right up.
How do you get them to go into shape and stay in the shape? Do you worry about the shape?
No, I don't. I don't care.
Yeah,
they generally do. stay in the shape, but it's not like the ones you buy that are perfect.
Of like the taco shape, like the.
I don't shape them like that. No, I do tostada style.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Too much work to fold them up and do all that stuff. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, how do you? Because I do it like that. Like,
okay.
But it literally is like, here's the pan of oil, and I'm like, I'm doing it on this side and doing it on this side.
Yeah.
But what you do is you actually. It sounds gross, but it's not. You get a used toilet paper roll.
Totally.
The cardboard thing. Cover it with foil because you don't want anything to seep in there. But you cover it with foil, and then you literally just use that as like the mold, like the shape. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. So
yeah, it's so good.
Anyway, Jeff, speaking of food, now I'm hungry.
I know.
So we're gonna get out of here. Club 65, thank you so much for hanging out with us this week. I had no idea that this is what we were going to wind up talking about. Please let us know about the cookbook if that's anything near interesting to you. Jeff, I don't know how long before this episode's going to hit the airwaves and people are going to actually hear us. So we may need to be reminded that we had this conversation at some point.
Yeah. Don't just put it in the comments. Like,
by the time this airs, we may have actually executed this whole plan.
Yeah. People are going to be like, what do you mean do we want? I already have it.
Just on the off chance, go over, check out our Patreon page where you guys can find out how to get lots of cool stuff, including the Bad Nerds Cookbook.
It might be bad news.
No, it's going to be full of delicious recipes, maybe like 15 of them or so. I don't know.
Or so. We'll see.
Or so. It'll see. We'll
a lot of formatting and editing.
It really is. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk to you next time.
See you.